You have less than a month left to get your badges for Rose City Comic-Con, Portland's premier pop culture event, and they have an even more star-studded roster with indie film icon and White Lotus Season 3 star Parker Posey in attendance. And that's along with members of the Dungeons & Dragons web series Critical Role and Doctor Who stars Christopher Eccleston and Billy Piper. This is all happening September 5th through the 7th, and you can go grab your badges now at rosecitycomiccon.com. That's rosecitycomiccon.com. The Clinton Street Theater, a Portland gem in my opinion, is having its third annual Hanabi Film Festival starting August 18th through the 31st. Named after the Japanese word for fireworks, the festival ranges from Japanese art house and cult classics to critically acclaimed animations to underseen gems from the 80s and 90s. And this year, they're featuring several restorations along with brand new features, some that have never made it to Portland or even the US. Festival passes and individual tickets can be purchased online at cstpdx.com. That's cstpdx.com. We're in the final weeks of summer here in Portland, and soon the rain will return and the days will feel short again. But for now, getting the most out of our long summer nights is crucial. Also, a few of you have reached out asking what Portland's answers for the perfect summer evening would have been in our All City Cast host episode from July, where I fought valiantly for Portland to be crowned the best summer city in the US. So that's why today on CityCast Portland, I, along with our producers John Notarianni and Giulia Fiaoni, are going to pitch you 3 perfect Portland summer evening scenarios. Just some ideas to get you started. And as a bonus, we also have some suggestions from you, our listeners. It's Tuesday, August 12th. I'm Claudia Meza, and this is what Portland's talking about.
Hey, it's executive producer John Notarianni. Before we get into today's episode, I have a quick favor to ask. Please, CityCast, we're doing our annual listener survey. It would really help us out if you took it. You can take the survey at citycast.fm/survey. It should only take 7 minutes. citycast.fm/survey. You'll be eligible to win a $250 Visa gift card and some CityCast swag. That's citycast.fm/survey. Even if you took it last year, we'd really be grateful if you took it again because we can't use last year's data anymore. Thank you.
Julia, John, thanks for hanging out with me.
Hey, Claudia.
Hello.
Oh man, it's been a long time since all 3 of us have been together in the same virtual room.
I know. We've all been ping-ponging vacations.
It's been a busy summer.
Yeah. This episode kind of came out through this other episode that we had, which was, is Portland the best summer city? All of the CityCast hosts got together. It was a gamified episode where we all were pitching why our city had the best summer. And I gotta say, we were knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to point fingers, but our activity of the naked bike ride, of witnessing, not even getting naked, was just not well accepted. But we
It's too Portland.
It was too Portland. It freaked out the norms. But I got to tell you, we heard from a lot of you calling bullshit, saying, no way, we are the best city. And also, like Brian Smith here, he wrote, he's like, hey, I'm curious, like, what would have been Claudia's picks and the rest of the crew's choice? Because in the episode, we also had to pitch a perfect summer evening. 3 things to do, and it was actually really fun to put together. So we didn't get to share ours. And then, of course, now I'm just like, Julia, what would you have said? John, what is your perfect evening? So let's do it. First off, I'm going to start off and I'm going to share the evening that I had prepped to win Best Summer City.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I was thinking we would start off with a sunset boat ride on the Willamette River. We have so many options for different types of boat rides if you don't own a boat. You know, John, I know you've rented your own boat.
Yeah, I was on a boat just a couple weeks ago on the Willamette, and it was amazing. It was so much fun.
It's so much fun. So, I mean, I'm just thinking if you're like, I'm too nervous to drive my own boat, I don't really want to kayak that hard, all the things. There's a bunch of options, but mine is to take a ride on the Portland Spirit, which is our super cute little river cruise boat. There is a bathroom, which is a bonus on the boat. There are people that are walking around asking, do you want a drink? It is just the sweetest ride. Julia, you and I have gone on their like wine adventures.
Yes, the wine was great, but also the food was really good too.
It was decent, right? It was
Yeah,
mad
it was such
decent.
a treat.
So that's what I'm thinking. We start there. I think Portland has one of the most beautiful city skylines, but experiencing our cityscape at twilight, like via the water, going under all the bridges, seeing the Portland White Stag, like just all lit up and reflecting off the water, which is what happens. It's just so gorgeous. And because we're smack dab in one of the best wine regions in the country, as Julia and I just mentioned, the wine selections on board are excellent. So that's how we're going to start off. And then we live in a food city. This is where James Beard is from. So I thought if I'm trying to impress someone, we have dinner at Cannes. That's this Haitian meets Pacific Northwest seasonal style eatery by award-winning chef Gregory Gourdet, which you've made reservations for in advance because that is one of the hardest restaurants to get into. But I got to say that really any new restaurant, like that's what's so much fun about summer evenings is like exploring and experiencing something new. I did something very similar for my partner's birthday. We did like a riverboat ride, and then I took her to Queen Mama's restaurant, which was a new restaurant to the both of us, but we've heard amazing things downtown. It's like Mediterranean. It was so good. And it was so much fun. And that's what I mean. Like I'm throwing out Cannes, but like literally any restaurant there, you're like, I haven't been to this.
I do think Cannes is a great summer pick because I think something that a lot of people don't realize is that the whole menu is gluten-free, which means that like even if you get like a lot of food, even if you get like some heartier meat dishes, since it doesn't have a bunch of gluten in it, it does sort of like sit not quite as heavy in your stomach as some food. So it's actually really nice for summer. Because you know how sometimes you go out to a big meal in the summer and then you get out and you're just like, I am sweaty and so unhappy. Like I've never had that experience at Cannes before.
I thought you were going to be like, and then you just jump in the water, go for a quick swim. You don't even have to wait the full 30 minutes. Well, the last thing, because again, it's like 3 things to do. We're wrapping up our night with a show at Darcel's. It's now the longest running drag cabaret in the US. And at one time, home of the oldest and most amazing drag queen in the world, Darcel 15, who was entertaining guests weekly up until she was 92 years old. That spot, which has been open since 1969, is also a historical beacon in Portland's LGBTQ plus community. So much amazing history. And you can feel it the moment you walk in. And also, it's downtown. I just find downtown in the summer, there's something kind of fun about it. Like we have a downtown area, you guys. I know it gets a lot of shit. It gets a lot of shit, but it's pretty cool. Like if you have places to go, you know.
Yeah.
So you do that because it's also. It just feels so Portland in there. I can't explain it, but once you go into Darcel's, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm in Portland. It feels amazing. But once you head out, that was 3. But I was just gonna say, if you're still in the mood for one more drink, it's kind of a tradition with me anyhow, that after Darcel's, we're gonna do a post-show drink at Teardrop Lounge because it's like walking distance. It's really close by. Which is widely credited in helping spark the craft cocktail renaissance in the city and beyond. All those little vests, the bartender mustaches that came out in the early aughts, that's partially Teardrop Lounge's fault. And it's still there. It's been there since 2007. I'm into it, but there's also another place that I love going to just in case. It's Abigail Hall, which is actually in another hotel, but it doesn't feel like it's in a hotel, if that makes sense. Like you have to go through this hotel. We've talked about it on the show a lot. If you haven't gone, if you like cocktails, they also have non-alcoholic cocktails, by the way. But if you want a nice, cool space to hang out, Alex Frayne, a food editor for Portland Monthly, has described it the cougar of cocktail bars. Just a sexy older woman bar.
It really does feel that way with the decor, but I will say the thing that makes it really special is that it's usually pretty empty. So it feels like your own secret hideaway, especially in the summertime if you're looking for somewhere to cool off. It's like the
so
perfect
nice.
spot.
Yeah.
Claudia, you just outlined like the most perfect date that I've ever heard. Like if you really want to woo someone,
fabulous
like
date.
take them on a boat, take them to the nicest restaurant in town.
And it's just a fun
Go to a show
Yeah.
and then go to a legendary cocktail bar. It's like,
Yeah.
that
It
works.
also sounds like a recipe to get really drunk in one night.
Yeah, because the
saying.
cocktails at Cannes are no joke
I
either.
walked off that boat a little tipsy. If you're starting there, then who knows?
Oh my God, Julia, that's hilarious because that might have happened. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, but I will say there are still things to do late night if you do want to go out with your family or you're not trying to get fucked up. So this is another listener of the show. Her name's Sophia, and she has ideas for a family-friendly night out.
Okay, so here's my vision. This is for like family-friendly, like young people who don't have IDs yet, summer night. So start at Rimsky's, good atmosphere, good vibes. And then I like to ride my bike at night, just make sure you have good lights. You take it to Cheese and Crack Ice Cream. There's a lot of good, like during the summer, a lot of good like street fairs. Last Thursday, Cloud City Flea. Lots of good thrift places on Hawthorne. That's my ultimate Portland summer night.
Oh,
So many ideas.
That's
Yeah,
so good.
getting it all in. Mhm.
Yeah. Have you guys been to Rimsky's? It's like this really weird coffee house. Yeah. Well, there's also a submission from Heidi, another listener, who has a few ideas for another perfect evening.
Okay, so I'm thinking swimming off of Duckworth Pier and then going to an outdoor, probably another roadside attraction and eating food and drinking outside, and then hitting the Portland Night Market.
Oh, the Portland Night Market is so much fun. Have you guys been there?
Oh, yeah. It's a blast.
Yeah. So all the vendors are inside or whatever, but then you go outside and people are just dedicated to having a good time.
Yeah.
The dance floor is insane. Like the DJ is just playing hits. Like they're just like,
Yeah.
I know you want to hear Taylor Swift, you little hoes.
Some
And
Rihanna.
they're right. Yeah, I know you want some Rihanna. And he's right. We're all having so much fun. I love it. Cool. Well, those were excellent ideas. Thank you, Sophia and Heidi, for sharing that with us. Let's take a quick break here, though. And when we come back, Julia, I want to hear your ideas. I want to hear what the perfect summer evening is for a young Portlander. Quick question, what are you doing for Labor Day weekend? Or better yet, the weekend after when the crowds die down? Now picture this, you're sipping your morning coffee on a forested deck in Mount Hood or catching the last bit of golden hour on a quiet seaside beach. No stress, no noise, just the Oregon you love without the traffic. That's the Cascadia Getaway's difference. They're local, independent, and proudly owned not by some Silicon Valley fund or Seattle-based mega platform, just Oregonians hosting with heart and helping guests unplug the way they deserve. And hey, if you own a second home and want a property manager who actually cares about your home the way you do, they'd love to connect. They're always looking to partner with homeowners who want high standards, high bookings, and a hands-off experience. Whether you're booking your next escape or listing your home with folks who get it, head to CascadiaGetaways.com. That's CascadiaGetaways.com. Book a stay, list a home, support local. This Labor Day weekend, discover the scene, the sound, and the vibe of one of Portland's most beloved jazz festivals through a mix of indoor and outdoor concerts. The 12th annual Montevilla Jazz Festival, presented by Accelerator Design Studios, is hosting 25 concerts across East Portland's historic Montevilla neighborhood and Mount Tabor Park. It's their boldest and most musically diverse lineup yet, ranging from improv, blues, soul, to Latin jazz. Some events are free, but you're going to want a Jazz Adventure Pass to experience the full festival that's going from August 20th through the 31st. Get your Jazz Adventure Pass today at montevillajazz.org. That's montevillajazz.org. All right, Julia, you are the youngest out of all of us.
Yes.
I want to hear if our summer evenings are at all aligned.
Okay, so I just did this with my little sister who was in town, so I have proof that this is going to be the ultimate summer night if you do this.
Okay.
So starting out in Mississippi area, there are so many amazing places to get food and drink, but my recommendation is to go inside that little Prost like food cart pod area and get to-go barbecue from Matt's Barbecue. And the reason why I suggest this is because it's already packaged and ready to go for a picnic. They have this whole area where you can get a bunch of different little barbecue sauces, and they already come with lids. They have plates and forks and knives. It's the perfect picnic food too, because you have like little like shredded pieces of meat and then all the pickled vegetables. You can kind of just pick at it and sit and hang out. But I would recommend from there, and this is a kind of surprising thing that I get from there every time, their chips and queso is amazing.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I didn't think that would be the one for me. So last time I went, I was craving it. We got the perfect order. And what you do is once you have all your food in your little bag, you walk all the way down west on Skidmore and you hit the bluffs. And that's where you have your picnic. And it's like a 15-minute walk. It's
Yeah,
way
yeah.
closer than you think it is. Just one street all the way down. You hit the bluffs. You kind of time it so you get there right around sunset. So you have about an hour to sit and eat. There's usually folks coming in around that time. So it's a cute little environment to interact with people and just hang out.
The people watching is amazing.
The
I gotta
people watching
say,
is amazing, especially if you're taking somebody out from out of town. It's like, this is Portland.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Agreed.
I actually, one of my like things that I was considering, which is something I intend to do, is to do a similar version of that, but to do it on my bike. And this is like the real trick of it. To bring bungee cords and get a Lovely's 50-50 pizza.
Oh my
And I'm gonna like strap it.
gosh.
Like I mark my words, I'm gonna do this before the end of the summer and like strap it to the rack on the back of my bike and pedal that over to the bluffs.
Okay, John, I would give you extra points if you're able to do that and while you're riding, eat one of their ice cream cones because they have homemade ice cream.
And that's why John's in the hospital.
All I can think of is Suzette, the arts and culture editor for Portland Mercury. She was on once and she described this perfect scene of walking by and seeing like a whole pizza box on the side of the road and her knowing that someone attempted.
Tried to do that, they had to ditch it.
Yeah, and it was like right in the bike lane and she just was like, oh, another one bites the dust.
No, but that's a great tip, John, especially for folks who aren't meat eaters. They have so many different types of veggie pizzas. But so, okay, you're at the bluffs. You just saw the most amazing sunset. And now I'm hoping that one of the two of you has a car of some sorts or just money to blow on an Uber because you're taking yourself all the way down to the Central East Side to have drinks at Roadside, which a listener just plugged. Roadside Attraction is one of my favorite bars in the city, and it's the ultimate summer bar because they have this massive, like, red lit patio. And most folks, when they go there, they don't even bother going inside. It's all about being outside.
Oh, yeah.
They also have free pool inside, which is amazing. There's something really warm about it in this way that kind of just like captures the spirit of summertime in Portland. So that's the spot to get drinks before you go out. This is not, we're not even close to done here. Before you go out to the Coffin Club to go dancing. And what's great about this is that you can just walk there. It's not too far of a walk away from Roadside Attraction. And if goth kind of club scene isn't your thing, you're maybe feeling a little weird in like your khaki pants and like boat shoes, you don't quite fit in, you can go down to the Lollipop Shop, which is, again, walking distance away on the same street on Grand. And they usually have live music almost every night. A bunch of local Portland bands play there pretty often. So it's a great place to spend a summer night as well. But fourth pick here, secret fourth pick.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Can you tell she's 20?
She's still going.
She's still going. I'm in
I've
bed.
been in bed for
I'm
an
in bed.
hour at
I'm
this
in bed.
point.
Okay, go.
You
Come on,
have
Julia.
you have to just get on board with the fact that you are walking into the Coffin Club at midnight. That's when the cover's cheaper. So that's when you know it's time to go to the Coffin Club is when midnight strikes.
Oh my God.
But once you're done with that, this is like, I'm talking like 1 a.m. You walk on over to My Father's Place, which is one of the most amazing diners in town. It used to be super late night. They now close at 2. The reason why I recommend going at 1 is because you're still able to access their full menu at that time. Around 1:30, they switch over to their late night menu, which is like just fries, as opposed to like getting the most amazing pancake breakfast at 1:30 in the morning. So go there around 1. Order all the food that you want, sit and hang out with your friends, get another drink, and then at that point, that's kind of when the night wraps up. But that is my ultimate Portland summer night.
That's amazing. It's been quite a few years since I've done the late night My Father's Place
Same.
run.
Yeah.
But I will say that like when you're there, it sort of feels like you're in this weird, like intoxicated, like fraternity of other people who've been like, we've been out doing it and we're all here now.
Yep.
we're all really hungry and it's like a good vibe.
I think also one last tip when you're at My Father's Place. This is something that I didn't even notice this was like in the room until I brought my little sister there recently. But there's this like quarter vending machine close to the front door, and it's called Lucky Egg. And it has the head of a mannequin on the inside of it that spins. And it's a bunch of Easter eggs sitting on the inside of it. And you put in 50 cents and you crank the little thing and an egg comes out and you open it up. And this time her prize was like a Lego guy, but like made with a bunch of random pieces. And so you get to just have that little guy sitting on the table with you while you're eating dinner. It's like the most amazing, fabulous detail in that place I hadn't seen before. But
I love that you're just describing a really fun night that you had, and you're just like, this is the one.
it just adds a special touch to the night just to walk away with a little egg full of a Lego guy.
Yeah.
So that's my perfect Portland summer night out. But I will say another listener, Summer, also recommended the Bluffs alongside another place, and I'm going to play that right now.
I would go to Mox Crest and watch the sunset and probably go to a wine bar afterwards. So we just went to Bar Diane, and that's in Northwest Portland. And it's really nice. They have like a little patio area, and we were joking that we feel like we're in Europe. So we're having our European summer at Bar Diane.
That's cute.
Oh, I love Bar Diane.
Yeah, that place rocks.
They have good oysters.
They do have really good
Yeah.
oysters.
And I appreciate this as being like a very doable portion of summer night.
Yes.
It's two things. Then you can go home.
As
It's
opposed
true.
to Julia's 7 things that we're going to be doing.
You gotta fit it all in.
Yeah.
So I have one more clip from a listener that I think is a little bit more my speed. It just sounds like somewhere I'd probably be. This is from listener Skylar.
My ultimate summer night in Portland, it's got to be a hot day because I need it to be a little cooler in the evening. I'm going to be heading up to Washington Park at like 8 o'clock as it's cooling down, enjoy some time in nature. Around 10 o'clock, parks are closing, head back downtown, hit up a bar. I go to my favorite bar, dive bar, Joe's Cellar in Northwest Portland, go there with a bunch of friends. They get drunk. I'm sober, but I like to watch drunk people, so I have a good time on my own. Maybe smoke a little weed on the side and just chill out with my friends. It's the perfect night in Portland.
Oh my
I love
God.
that.
I love that they're like, I'm sober, but I'll smoke some weed. I'm like, you are California sober, my friend. Well, Julia, thank you for sharing yours. And thank you, Summer and Skylar. Let's take a quick break here. When we come back, John is going to share his perfect summer evening.
Got any fun trips coming up? One thing you probably haven't put on your packing list is learning the language. But with Babbel, you can start talking in just a few weeks. I'm David Plotz, the CEO of CityCast, and I've been learning Spanish with Babbel. And I also just persuaded my friend who's going to France this fall to learn French with Babbel, but that is another story. Babbel's extremely fun and intuitive. It's like having a private tutor in your pocket. Handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel's lessons are voiced by real native speakers and built with science-backed cognitive tools and interactive features to fit any learning style. I love a lot of the different Babbel features. The Babbel games for sentence building, Babbel speech recognition, which helps me get the pronunciation right. And now I'm really into Babbel's word of the day, which greets me on the homepage of the app. Every day, a new word revealed like a little surprise with a sentence to help contextualize it. It's like a daily treat for me. Studies from Yale, Michigan State, and other leading universities continue to prove that Babbel works. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. Look, I want you to learn another language. So I'm teaming up with Babbel to gift you 55% off subscriptions, but only for CityCast listeners at babbel.com/CityCast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/CityCast. Spelled BABBEL.com/CityCast. Babbel.com/CityCast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
All right, John, what is your perfect Portland summer evening?
Okay, so I feel like up to this point, everybody has really been like leaning on outdoors, sort of like enjoying
Imagine
the
that.
season. Imagine that. But I will say that there are some nights, especially towards the end of summer in Portland, where it's so hot that you want to spend more time indoors. So for my pick, this is for one of those like it's 100 degrees during the day and you just like have been cooking all day and you want some stuff to do inside. Coincidentally, this is literally what I'm planning on doing this Saturday night. So, like, this is not hypothetical. This is my plan for what I'm going to do. I'm starting off at the Lloyd Center. We've been talking about the Lloyd Center on the show, so underappreciated. And I will say, I have not been recently enough to really bask in the new iteration of the Lloyd Center with just so many interesting independent businesses and like art spaces and just wild stuff. I will say, if you're a little bit hungry, we have one of the best chain restaurants of all time, which is Auntie Anne's Pretzels, never to be underrated. And there's just so much stuff there I want to check out. I want to check out the Star Tropics Pinball Museum, which sounds amazing. I want to stop by Floating World Comics. There's this vintage shop called Bauhaus Mode that I really want to see. And like, I'm super curious about the Virtua Gallery. Do you guys know about this place?
No.
It's like an art gallery, art space. Apparently Matmos, the electronic music duo, played there at one point.
Oh,
like in the
wow.
Lloyd Center at the mall.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, to me, it feels almost more like gallery hopping than going shopping.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, can I tell you, John? I just went to the Lloyd Center. I had to drop off my card.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I dropped off my partner's car to get detailed, and I had like 3 hours to kill, and I was in that area. So I went, and I don't know, the food court is amazing. It's
so awesome.
seriously, there's Laurel's Chicken Shack. It's basically all these places, all these like BIPOC owned eateries that used to have carts. Now they have like they're kind of brick and mortars or so, in this food court. So you could get a stupid burger.
Stupid Burgers at the Lloyd Center now?
They took over that 50s area.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no way.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And I feel like it feels like the Lloyd Center has always been with us. It feels like this iteration of the Lloyd Center is something that might exist in perpetuity. My hunch is that this is a really unique moment in time, too. That in 3 years' time, we're going to be thinking back like, oh my gosh, you remember when the Lloyd Center was like that crazy place with small businesses and outsider art?
Yeah.
So I think it's worth getting over there and like checking it out like while it's at its peak because it's not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my first stop. Second stop, I think that the Lloyd Center movie theater, particularly the IMAX screen,
Oh man, John, exactly what I did. No joke.
so slept on,
Yeah.
There's an IMAX screen right in the center of the city.
It's amazing.
And you can just like go and watch a movie in the summer. It is the best. So I actually have plans. I'm going to go see Weapons. Do you know this? So this is a new horror movie that's coming out by the guy who did the movie Barbarians.
Oh,
Yeah. He has a new movie coming out. Julia Garner stars in it. So I'm going to go watch it in IMAX in the summer, which means I'm going to be sort of having like pretzel and popcorn dinner, but like
Oh, great.
it's going to be great.
Not if you hit the food court before.
Well,
Think
I
about
mean,
it. Somebody
okay.
wants to have a pretzel popcorn dinner, and they can, is all I'm, John, if that's what you want.
I mean, I'm a little
He
bit excited
has
about
to.
pretzel popcorn.
Okay.
Dinner. I'm not going to lie.
I love that you talked about it like an imposition. That's why I was like, you could
I
have some
have to
actual.
have
Oh, no,
pretzel
I'm just a little bit
popcorn dinner.
embarrassed that I'm really excited for pretzel and popcorn dinner.
So, John, I did the exact same thing when I
Yeah.
was waiting for this car, but I went to go see Superman because it was like playing there and I hadn't seen it. I heard some good things, but on my way out, there was a line out the door for what was playing at the IMAX theater, and everybody was dressed up like they had like on like Grateful Dead stuff. Every age. And then I looked and it was like some sort of Grateful Dead concert movie.
Oh.
And they were all there for it.
That's so
and like
cute.
it was the cutest thing. And it was just wrapped around outside. I don't know why. I was like, man, this is so cool. I
This
hope
is
that
the place
theater
to be.
stays. I know
Yeah.
a lot's gonna
Yeah.
change at the Lloyd Center, but I hope that IMAX outlet stays there.
Yeah. And for me, the same thing. Like, I haven't been there in many years. And I'm like, why am I not going to this awesome IMAX theater right in the smack dab center of the city? So, yeah, that's phase 2. Phase 3, sort of dependent on what the weather's doing. If it's started to cool off, we get out of the movie, it's like 9 or 10 at night. I'm heading back over to Bone Sign, which is the new restaurant that is right next door to Rangoon Bistro on Mississippi Ave. They have kind of like a late night happy hour menu that they're doing with just like tons of little snacks. It doesn't start till like 10 o'clock at night where you can get all their stuff. They're serving it from like 10 until probably 1 a.m. when they close on the weekends. Super new spot. I'm like, haven't had a chance to make it out there that late yet, but I really, really want to do it. But if it is still too freaking hot, if it's one of those like weird nights where it's like 90 degrees at 10 o'clock, I'm going a couple doors up the road to Madame Bar, which is a like semi-speakeasy style cocktail bar above Bar.
What?
Oh,
I
have you
didn't
gone
know
yet, John?
No.
It just opened. Yes, I went a couple weeks ago. It just opened. It's in like, I think it's still in soft open mode because there's basically like a flyer on the door that says something like Madame Bar upstairs, if you know, you know. And we like asked the door guy, we're like, there's a bar up there? He's like, yeah, just come on in and go check it out. And it's just like this tiny little cocktail bar above Bar. There's a pool table in there. There's like a little like back patio overlooking the Bar patio. And it's just this like super, you know how some bars in Portland are clearly built into like what feels like a house and it sort of feels like you're in a converted living space?
Yeah.
That's what this bar is like. It's tiny and they got really great cocktails and it's like super nice.
Ooh, I can't wait to go. That's a hot tip, sir.
That is a hot tip.
That sounds lovely. Bone Sign, that was also your August pick for.
I'm a little bit hyped on Bone Sign right now. I think last time I brought it up, I said no one else can go there. I backed away. Everyone's welcome to Bone Sign.
And I was going to say, you were pretty protective about it. You wouldn't even let Julia share it and
No.
until you shared it, and now you're doing it twice. So I don't know. I think this is growth, is all I'm saying, John.
Exactly. Yeah, I've grown a lot in the past week. Well, yeah, I've got a couple other listener picks, and I will say we collected all of these at the Sunday Parkways in Cully earlier this summer. Thank you to everybody who like stopped by and hung out with us for that. The first one I want to check out is listener Bruce, who has a very different idea for how to have a nice summer night than me.
One of my favorite summer nights in Portland are hanging out with my friends in the park, and then it starts to get kind of to the evening time and it finally cools off because it's so hot these days. And we're just juggling and we have slack lines up, which we'd love to have park support for, which we're not there yet with slack lines. But slacklining, biking, juggling, it's the best.
Oh, he sounds so nice and outdoorsy.
Yeah.
The complete opposite of mine, which is like almost exclusively in air conditioning.
Yeah. Well, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out and sharing your perfect summer evening in Portland. I hope people got some great ideas from this. We need to pack it in, y'all.
It's time.
because it's about to get there. I have family visiting for the next week. It's going to be my excuse to just do all the summer I can, and I hope that I hope that others are able to do that as well. But before we leave, I want to play a last clip from Amber, who also walked by at Parkways for her perfect summer evening, because I think it does encapsulate what a lot of people are usually feeling around August.
My perfect Portland summer evening is wishing for winter because I hate summer.
It's the most Portland answer ever. Thank you.
I'm with Amber a little bit. I love summer, but we've got tea, we've got snowboarding, we've got so much great stuff coming up.
John is a snowboarder, everyone. So just know that that's his season. He cannot wait.
It's right around the corner.
Psyched. So for all the goths out there, all the snow sport people and goths and haters of heat.
I'll high five Julia on her way home from the Coffin Club at 5 a.m. while I'm headed out snowboarding in the morning.
Let's do it.
Well, thanks again, everyone. Pleasure hosting you as always.
Yeah, thanks, Claudia.
Thank you.
That's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please share it with a friend, rate or leave us a review. It really does help us out. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slim's.